Is this thing on? Welcome back to Movies TV Man. I'm Mick, your husband, the most just asked your girlfriends and your wives. Welcome to The Penguin, Episode 6, my review. Episode 6 of The Penguin is a middling, solid, predictable episode. I liked it, I didn't love it, and of course it finishes with a huge cliffhanger. Some of you will say, oh Mick, it was amazing. Look, you've got to understand that I've experienced superior television. Episode 4 of The Penguin is still my least favourite. And again, you're shouting at me, Mick, that was amazing. Right, let's take it back. Imagine, right, if we had 20 plus episodes a season of Penguin through a 5-season run. Imagine if we saw the slow build-up of the friendship between Oz, the Penguin, and Sophia. Him being her chauffeur and seeing that relationship being built up. And then he kills the brother. Then she comes after him, maybe in season 5, and we get all this stuff we're getting at the back end of this season now. Imagine how rewarding that would be. Again, if you didn't grow up, if you weren't around, if you weren't in your early, late 20s like I was, watching superior television, Smallville, Prison Break, Desperate Housewives, you won't appreciate what I'm saying. And I still say that episode 4 of The Penguin was a rip-off of Smallville, Shattered and Asylum, but that was a slow build-up of 3 seasons of 20 plus episodes a season. Then you go to a season 7 episode Descent. They spent 7 seasons of 20 plus episodes a series building up Lex Luthor, building up that friendship between Clark and Lex. Then Lex in that episode kills Lionel. It's a rewarding experience for a fan because it's been leading to that. So let's talk about episode 6 of The Penguin. Why is it middling? Why is it predictable? Well, number 1, we see Vic put a gun down his waist. And I'm thinking, be careful, mate, you don't shoot your thing off. Never do that, boys and girls. Never put a loaded pistol down your bloody trousers. That's the dumbest thing anyone could do. They always do that in movies and TV shows. Anyway, by us seeing that, it's a foreshadowing. We know he's going to use that gun on someone or threaten someone with that gun. It's obvious. We didn't actually need to see him put that gun down his waist. But I think today writers and showrunners and movie directors spoon feed us because they think we're dumb. Maybe that's why the quality of the films and TV shows we're getting aren't as high as they used to be 20, 30 years ago. So basically, at the end of the day, Vic kills that hoodlum that we saw in the pilot in the first episode, the one who keeps on bugging him, the one who wants in on Ozzy's action, and in the end, Vic has no choice but to kill him. But it's Vic's first kill, and you see what he goes through. This is the beginning. So I'm still predicting that, in the end, maybe Robert Pattinson's Bruce Wayne finds him and adopts him and he becomes Robin, even though he's now killed. And he's done a dark deed. I mean, look, my prediction about Robin may be off the base, but I still see that could happen. And if that's not the case, I am absolutely fascinated by the character of Vic and would love to know what Matt Reeves' plans are. There's snow, which I think we're going to get. Basically, it's going to be full of snow, the Batman 2, and I think this is a foreshadowing as well. So Sal Maroni, or is it Marone or whatever, right? And Sophia, the artist formerly known as Sophia Falcone. I love at the beginning when we're hearing Ozzy's narration and he's basically mocking Sophia for not liking her name Falcone anymore. But anyway, they're planning on, they're trying to figure out how to get revenge on Oz. They can't find him. They've tried to follow him and he keeps on losing them. So Sal Maroni is making some Italian dish or whatever, right? And Sophia's surprised that he can cook. I mean, look, I'm not surprised. I mean, men can cook. I mean, maybe the showrunner, Lauren LaFranc, should leave LA for a little while. You'd meet a lot of men that can cook. Not all men order takeout, right? Anyway, And so we get some scenes with Oz's mother. She's suffering. She's living in this underground place. She hates it. You know, Oz can't keep the electricity on. The generator doesn't work. So she's really struggling at the end of the day with all of this. And so what happens is Sophia is looking for Oz, and she goes down the red light district. She finds a hooker. But it's a kind of a setup because it leads her to the person she's looking for. I can't remember her name, but Oz's girlfriend. And basically, she didn't realize that Sophia wasn't the hangman. So basically, Sophia goes there to kill her. But in the end, Oz's girlfriend gives him up. So we have this huge moment in the finale, not in the finale, but in the final part of the episode, where you see Vic and the mother dancing because the music suddenly comes on because the electricity finally comes on, and you can see Sophia in the background. Things are about to get real. So what's my prediction for the next episode, the penultimate episode? I don't think, shockingly, maybe Vic gets murdered and the mother doesn't yet, or maybe, which I think is time wasting and is kind of fillery, I think probably Vic and the mother will be held hostage. And we've seen the next episode's clips, and they've got the penguin, and Sal wants to see the drug stash and all of that. So that kind of disappoints me in a way, because you want to see some action, you want to see some violence. I'm sure we will. How does this all end? Does Sal survive through this series? Will Sophia survive? Will she be a big character within Matt Reeves' The Batman crime saga? We will have to wait and see. I'm giving this episode 6.5, 7 out of 10. It's a middling kind of fillery episode. It does the job. It leads us to that big cliffhanger. Whatever next, it'll be next week until we find out.